Hey everyone, so this is a little bit more of a conventional movie review, I guess. I just thought I'd give my thoughts on Captain America Civil War, because that's the big movie everyone's going to go see. So, yeah, now that you've all had a chance to see it already, because it's been out for almost a week at this point, I figured, why not? This review will be spoiler-free, but obviously if you want to go into the movie completely blind, you shouldn't watch anyway, because you should go and make your own opinions and not let the opinions of other people sway you one way or the other. So, anyway, let's dive into it. So I like this movie a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun. I had a blast. It's pretty much everything I expect out of a Marvel movie at this point. I'm a really big fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the MCU, as it's become to be known, and in my opinion, there hasn't been a bad movie in it to date. There have been some weaker entries which aren't as good as the others, and there's been some that have excelled above and beyond and been genuinely really good movies outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So where does Captain America Civil War fall in all that? It's upper middle of the pack for me, honestly. It's not one of the most standout-ish. It's not one of the best. But there's nothing in there to detract from it either. It's just a really, really solid movie. It's the epitome of a really good summer blockbuster film. Well made, well written, characters that you enjoy, especially if you've been following the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know these characters, and you love being with them, and you get to see them interact with each other and bounce off each other and fight with each other, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. Up until the now famous airport fight sequence, it's a light movie. It's a very light movie. Sure, the characters have their disagreements, and they have their ideals, and Captain America's, I'm gonna go not join the Sokovia Accords thing. But up until that point, you never really felt like there was a whole lot at stake. And when I say that, I mean everyone's in disagreement with each other, and they're all chasing after each other, and they're fighting with each other, but you never really feel like anyone's actually going to get in any serious trouble or anyone's actually going to get hurt. And that goes through the airport fight scene as well, which is a fantastic scene. It's a lot of fun, and it's just great to see Spider-Man swinging around with everyone else, and the characters are bantering with each other, but it does feel like they're friends that are just trying to apprehend each other, and no one's really going at it. But then everything after the airport sequence is really, really freaking good. Like even for a summer blockbuster, it's really good. The film suddenly gains a whole lot more weight to it, the stakes are a lot higher, and you genuinely don't know what's going to happen. You get really invested in what these characters are standing for all of a sudden, and you think, oh shit, what's gonna go down?
Language!
Some of my favorite things about the movie also surprisingly turned out to be some of my most conflicted things about the movie. Prime example would be Spider-Man and Ant-Man, who were fantastic. Yes, Spider-Man's great. This is my favorite incarnation of Spider-Man from what I've seen so far, and I hope they follow through with how well they presented him here in his own standalone movie. Spider-Man and Ant-Man had no reason to be in this movie at all. In fact, it really didn't make any sense why Ant-Man in particular would be there, considering that in the Ant-Man film, he was trying to stay out of trouble as much as possible so he could be a good dad to his little girl.
Absolutely. My days of breaking into places and stealing shit are done.
And then in this one, they just flat out tell him, if you get involved in this whole dispute, you'll probably become a wanted man by the government.
We're outside the law on this one. So if you come with us, you're a wanted man.
Yeah, well, what else is new?
So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I can't really complain because I loved Ant-Man in the movie. And the same goes for Spider-Man. It's just kind of like, you could have written him completely out of the movie and it wouldn't have made any difference at all. But he was great. So I'll stop complaining. One of my favorite things about the movie easily was Black Panther. I love the little bit that we saw of this guy. For the first half of the movie, you weren't quite sure where they were going with him, and then he ends up being the one that has the most interesting, complete character arc of all the characters, and that's including Iron Man and Captain America. And you really delve into this character and kind of who he is and what he stands for, and it really makes me want to see more of him. So I'm really looking forward to the Black Panther movie now, because I want this guy. I want to see more of this guy in movies. It was great. Baron Zemo was another mixed bag for me, because for the majority of the movie, he felt like an unnecessary character to the film, as in the conflict between Iron Man and Captain America was naturally there to begin with, and then why do you have to throw in this third-party villain who's kind of off doing his own thing, but it's kind of connected to what they're doing. But then, again, in the third act, they really make him worthwhile, and he becomes one of the more grounded and realistic villains and most relatable villains that we've seen in a Marvel film to date. I'm really happy they didn't go the lazy route, which would have been to make him an behind-the-scenes puppeteer, making all the heroes want to fight each other, and then once they realize that he's the bad guy, they come together and stop their fighting so they can fight him instead, and it's all unnecessarily convoluted and doesn't make any sense, and is really frustrating, because that would have been really easy to do, and they didn't do it. So yeah, go see it. I highly recommend it. I had a blast. You'll probably have a blast too. I will say it helps if you're familiar with the other films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I actually just watched Civil War after a several-week-long marathon of all the other films in the MCU. And it really helped to have that refresher course to kind of know where all the characters were, kind of at a mental standpoint, and kind of where everyone stood, and their motivations all made much more sense that way. Especially the Iron Man movies, and the Captain America movies, and the Avenger films, and Ant-Man, because Ant-Man's in it. In fact, the only ones you don't really need to see are Guardians of the Galaxy, which you should watch anyway, because Guardians of the Galaxy is awesome. And I guess you don't need to see Incredible Hulk. Well, General Ross is in this one too. He was an Incredible Hulk. He's kind of a different character though. I mean, you don't really need to see Incredible Hulk. I'd recommend that one too. Yeah, it's